Good morning. In this video, I want to talk to founders and sales leaders about running successful interviews when you've got candidates coming in, whether it's final stage, first stages or beyond. Now, if we were to zoom out interview questions and really the premise behind an interview into two core buckets, the two core buckets are the fact that you're trying to understand, is someone a good culture fit, right? Do they fit into the DNA and the fabric of this organization? And then the other side of it is, do they have the characteristics, the skill set, and the set of experiences required to actually be successful within your org and within your company? And so when you're breaking out questions, you really want to have those two buckets as really the two holistic sets of questions that you're going to look to answer or you're going to look to be addressed. And you really want to take the time, especially to have good focus on the culture set, the culture type of questions, and really do they fit into the fabric of the way that we like to work and the way we like to operate? And the reason I say that is when we talk about skills and competencies and some of the more tactical things, depending on the role, but in most cases, these are things that can be learned. They're things that can be developed and cultivated and built and harnessed within your organization, right? Someone can go through onboarding, they can learn from you, they can shadow, they can sit on other calls, and they can continue to grow and develop the more tactical side of the brain and more of the specifics about what it takes to be successful in that role. Now, it's a lot harder to fundamentally teach someone to transition into being comfortable into the fabric of your business and the way that you like to work as a team. That's harder to teach, right? And if you just kind of dump someone into it and in reality, it's just not a good match, that really doesn't create a successful setup for both parties, right? It's not a great way to have a candidate come into the organization. It's not going to be helpful for your organization and the existing team dynamic. So you really want to understand, right, where are the opportunities to have people that fundamentally understand the way that you work as a business, and then where are there opportunities to bring people in that can bring a more diverse perspective on the way that you work that can help you to continue to move forward. Because what you don't necessarily want is just an army of one type of people with one type of mindset and only one way of working, because that can also create friction, especially when you want to continue to rise and to elevate and to hit a new standard or a new benchmark within your organization. So it's important to embrace diversity of perspective, but you still want that within the confines of a particular holistic operating system of the way that you work as a business. And so there's a bit of a balance that needs to be found around cultural fit, values, norms, general way of thinking. And that's where actually having a good comprehensive set of values as a business is really important, because if you've got someone that's comfortable with the values, but they bring a diverse perspective that can actually help you to continue to rise up and become a more effective growth company, that can be really interesting, and that's a candidate that should absolutely be considered. But you know, when you think of the tactical and some of the characteristics and the skill sets and some of the more tactical parts of the role, these are things that can be coached and developed and trained over time. And so you really want to work out, where is that balance between, you know, the left side of this equation and the right side of this equation, depending on the role that you need to fill, depending on the type of company that you are, and depending on the type of leader that you are as well. And if you could benefit from soundboarding any of this with myself, more than happy to do so. Feel free to drop me a direct message. More than happy to talk through any of this to see if I can be helpful to you and your organization as you seek to navigate this type of scenario. I hope that this video has been helpful in some way. If it has, be sure to like, comment, and let me know your thoughts. Outside of that, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.